horned hornets. Now back in the day, the Egyptians used to keep these animals as pets, and they used to twist the horns to make one horn. It's believed that this is where we got the myth of the unicorn. Also out there we have some impala. And way out there in the distance on the right-hand side, you see some of those pink birds. Those are Caribbean flamingo. Caribbean flamingo are not born pink. They actually are born white, a solid white. They get that color from their diets, which consist mainly of shrimp and other seafood. Over on your left-hand side, you're going to see a couple of our Grant zebra walking around. Grant zebra are the most photographed zebra in the world. If you look over there on the left-hand side, out onto the island, you're going to see our black rhino. Now, black rhino, we have two types of rhinos here at Busch Gardens. We have black rhino, we have white rhino. Now, black rhino are a little bit smaller than the white rhino. The white rhino are the second largest land mammals in the world, but the black rhino seems to be a little bit more aggressive. This is why we have her out on her own little island. Now, black rhino doesn't always necessarily appear black in color. A lot of times they got some Georgia clay over there. They love to roll around in that clay. That helps keep them cool and regulate their temperatures a little bit more. Now, if you also look out on the left, way out in the distance, you're going to see some of our reticulated giraffe, as well as there's some more zebra out there. Those are Grevy zebra that are out there in the distance. Now, if you stay on the train, once we get through Nairobi, we're going to stop at Nairobi. If you stay on the train, we're going to give you a closer look at some of those animals as we go out onto the belt right after our Nairobi train stop. Coming up over on your right-hand side, it's the latest attraction of Busch Gardens. It's our Cheetah Hunt roller coaster. That's that green and yellow coaster. Now, Cheetah Hunt has over 4,400 square feet of track. This makes it the longest roller coaster in the state of Florida. It also is a very smooth running ride, and it will take you from 0 to Cheetah in mere seconds. Now, if you're by the Cheetah Hunt in the morning, especially when we open and there's no one on it, it's a very quiet running roller coaster. Sometimes they run right by you won't even know. That's how smooth and quiet this roller coaster is. Now, coming up over on your right-hand side, just past the Cheetah Hunt, you may catch a glimpse of our Asian elephants. Elephants are the largest land mammal in the world. We have all female elephants, and from time to time they like to perform little shows while they're looking for food. So stop by our elephant exhibit and find out when the next show time is. It's actually very cute to see. Across from the elephant exhibit, you see that yellow building there on your right-hand side? That's our animal care center. We have veterinarians that stay here on property 24 hours to take care of our animals. Sometimes in the morning, if you go through that hospital, you'll actually see small surgeries being performed on some of our animals. It's also a great learning place because you can go in there and learn a lot about the diets of the different animals that are out here. So it's the Animal Care Center. Right next door to the Animal Care Center, on the right-hand side, continuing down, you see where that person is waving right there in front of the cash registers? That's our Serengeti Express. If you want to take one of those trucks we saw earlier out and get a closer look at the animals, stop by the Serengeti Outpost and check it out. Definitely a place to go if you want to get close to the animals. It's a really cool experience. The Serengeti Outpost will get you hooked up with our Serengeti trucks. All right, with that, we are getting ready to pull into the Nairobi train station. Nairobi is going to bring you closer to the front gate of the park, as well as Cheetah Hunt roller coaster and the Moroccan Palace, just to name a few. As we pull into the station,
and as we make a left-hand turn, we're going to pass underneath the Cheetah Hunt and the Skyride. Now, if you want to take a ride on the Cheetah Hunt or the Skyride, you got to come all the way back here to the Nairobi area of the park. Head to that building over there on the right side of the train. Cheetah Hunt and the Skyride over there on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side of the train, we've got the edge of Africa. We got 16 acres of walk-through safari. We got lions, lemurs, meerkats, hyenas, and a hippopotamus is there. Now the hippopotamus that's brand new rooming. That hippo got a brand new roommate, and it's an Egyptian crocodile. That's right, a brand new Egyptian crocodile here in the park. Now that crocodile is undergoing a little bit of psychotherapy at the moment because she has been living her entire life in denial. So the hippopotamus is also in a 225,000-gallon glass enclosure. You can go check her out swimming around below the water line. You can also check out our zookeepers are over here sometimes doing shows that tell you all about the animals in the park. Sometimes you got to check the boards for show times. We got giraffes. They talk about the giraffes. They talk about the flamingos sometimes. They talk about goes 150 feet in the air, does 65 miles an hour, flips you upside down 7 times. It is named for the ancient Egyptian god of war, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Montu roller coaster here in Egypt. We're going to leave Egypt behind. We're going to leave the Montu behind. We're going to head out onto the plains of the Serengeti. So please let me take this opportunity to remind you once again to remain seated at all times. On translation is inside the profile of the coach. While we're out on the plains, if you happen to drop anything along the way, camera, cell phone, mother-in-law, anything like that, please do not attempt to retrieve it. Just leave it lay where it lays. We'll send somebody back to get it. We do ask that you pick the mother-in-laws up from the lost and found before you leave the park today. We have several mother-in-laws up and lost and found that are unclaimed. We're looking for people that want to make an exchange program today. Put your hand down, sir. She'll see you. We don't want her to see you. As we enter the place, please feel free to roll your windows down all the way. Get a nice little cross breeze going. Keep in mind that in this southern area, this is where we keep our reticulated giraffe. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jurassic Park. These animals do roam free. These animals do roam free, and sometimes they get in front of the train. If they do get in front of the train, we will stop the train to avoid a giraffic accident. Now, as you can see, off in the distance on the left-hand side, on the hillside, those are reticulated giraffes. They stand about 18, 19 feet tall when they are fully grown, weigh about 2,000 pounds. They can see in color, so that you see all the reds, blues, yellows, and greens on this train. Sometimes they stick their tongue out. That's their Miley Cyrus impersonation right now going on. We got some eland antelope over here on the left-hand side. They are the largest and slowest of the antelope family, weighing about 2,000 pounds and running 25 miles an hour at top speed. Hey, if we could get everybody to sit all the way down, please, including our kids. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. We also have on the top of the hillside, we have some Grevy zebras. Now, the Grevy zebra is the largest of the zebra families. Their stripes do stop at their shoulder line, leaving their bellies all white. Keep looking over here to the left-hand side, folks, and here's why. Because this hill over here on the left slopes down to meet the train. So if you are able, if you are physically able, keep looking to the left, and maybe look over your left shoulder as the hill slopes down to meet us. You might see some more of our impalas over there on the other side of the hill. You might see a baby zebra. We got a couple of baby giraffes that are down here right now. No joke. There's the female impalas back there to the left and rear of the train. The small deer-like animals huddled in a herd by the trees. Now the female impala can run. Oh, there was the baby giraffe. The female impala can run 55 miles an hour. They are the cheetah's favorite snack. They're the Serengeti's answer to fast food. Got marabou storks back here to the right and rear of the train. Red heads, black feathers. They are known as the garbage men of the Serengeti. They'll eat anything, living or dead, that can get in their mouth. Say hi to the zookeeper out there. They're doing a great job out there today. That's my next shot on what I want to do here in the park. Crossing over the train trestle, we're down into the water. You might see some turtles that we have here in the park hidden amongst the weeds and reeds. And if you're very lucky, you might see a very special fish that we have here in the park. It is a fish with no eye. That's why it's called a fish. Out in the middle of the plains, we got a white rhino standing up. We got a couple of rhinos laying down underneath the shade of the tree. These are white rhinos. They have a very, very wide snout. Their horns are not made up of bone or of ivory. They're actually made up of keratin. Keratin, same material that makes up your hair and your fingernails. That's right. I got a lovely lady back here that's already ahead of me. She's like, I'm pointing at her nails. But she just got done. We got some ostriches over here on the left-hand side of the train. These are females. They're redneck ostrich. They stand about 9 feet tall and weigh 300 pounds. They are a completely flightless bird, but they can run about 40 miles an hour. They will lay an egg that is equivalent to 24 chicken eggs. It will take you 2 hours to hard boil. Now, as I said, these are females, and they are belonging to the species of redneck ostrich. We do not have any male redneck ostrich in the park. If we did, you'd be able to spot them easily by their NASCAR hats. Moving on. While we are working our way around to those other animals, let me take a quick opportunity to tell you about Facebook.com/Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. If you're a member of Facebook, go ahead and like our page, and we'll keep you up to date with brand new animals, baby animals, new events, new shows coming to the park. New rides like the Falcon's Fury that's being built right now in Timbuktu. All right, moving back on, over to the right side of the train. The little gazelles that are over here, we got a little bit of a mixture going on. The whiter-faced ones are called springbok gazelles. The ones with the brown face are called Grant gazelles. They are related, but they are different species. The springboks, you just saw the one leap up into the air that special way. They can actually spring up about 8 feet into the air with using that motion. Another of our female ostrich over there on the right side. She's away from the other ones right now, so I guess you could say she was ostracized. We got some wildebeest over here on the left-hand side of the train. Those wildebeest gather in herds 100,000 strong. And then twice a year, they gather all their herds together, and they form the Great Migration with the zebras. They have about 2 billion animals running across the plains of the Serengeti, raising dust clouds so large they can be seen from outer space. Now we are getting a little bit of rain coming down, ladies and gentlemen, so if you are getting wet, please just huddle together towards the center. Make new friends. Not real good friends, just friends. We're coming into the tunnel, which gives a little reprieve from